Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is evenleasesc, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the Origin 400i. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, welcome back to another review. Today, the Origin 400i. The last time I took a look at this ship, it was game version 3.23, which honestly wasn't that long ago, but stats have changed, things are a little bit different, so let's go ahead and take a look at this ship. Now, also the last time I took a look at this ship, there was a lot of graphical bugs on the interior, so let's see if any of that has changed. Right now, Origin just has a lot of issues, like the 600i, you walk into that ship, and it's a nightmare of graphical issues, and that's just really, truly too bad. Outside of graphical issues, there's some other bugs with Origin ships right now, and hopefully they get the love that they deserve, just as every other ship in the game that is currently having issues. Now, this ship here, if you were to buy it on the Pledge Store when it is available, it's not always available, but when it is $250. If you were to buy it in game, it is 11,466,000 aUEC. Now, honestly, when you're buying this ship, you are buying it with a luxury tax, and you're not really buying it because it's more capable than other ships. In certain areas, it definitely is a very capable ship, but if you were to compare it to a lot of ships around this price point, it's quite behind the line. Like if you're comparing it to anything from RSI, like the Andromeda or the Taurus, or even the Aquila, or even the Phoenix, you look at this ship and you go, well, you're buying it because it's Origin. It's got that luxury feel, it's got that Origin feel, and that's why you're here. Now, let's talk about the pilot DPS and what you can do behind the seat. You have 846 damage per second, and that's due to the two size 4 CF447 Rhinos sitting at a max 70 capacitor on each gun when you have power maxed out. Not the greatest, given just already the examples I've given you already. And then you have 16 size 2 Strike Force 2 missiles and 16 size 1 Marksman 1 missiles. Now, don't get me wrong. You can definitely go out there and do combat with this ship and have a great time doing it. And if you really love the Origin feel, you're going to be right at home. But you also got to consider, there are ships for cheaper that do have more firepower and probably a little bit more space. Now, this ship also has 2 remote turrets, outputting 1,128 damage per second due to the 4 size 3 CF337 Panthers, 2 on each remote turret. So, pretty good there. If you bring on some friends or, hire some people to join you, you can definitely output quite a bit of DPS at that point. You're sitting, pretty close to almost 2,000 damage per second if all guns are on target, which is pretty good. It's definitely not terrible, and it's fun to fly around with friends or just random people once in a while, so you got to enjoy that. Now, taking a look at the shield, it does have a size 3 shield generator, outputting 45,400 quadrant shield. Now, before, it was 100,000 quadrant shield, but of course, they had this big shield drop-off. All these shields got changed, and now it's down to 45,000. So that's a pretty dramatic drop-off, just like it was for all those other ships. But that's a pretty big hit for this ship. This ship was always known to have a little bit more of a thicker shield, I guess you could say, but now not so much. And if you were to look at the ship HP, at least that's not changed. It still sits at 80,500 ship health pool, so definitely not bad there. Now, if you're getting into combat and you're not so concerned about your health pool or your shield or anything like that, you're probably looking at your speed next, because you want to wonder how fast you can get into battle and how fast you're going to get out of battle, or if you're going to be able to maneuver against pretty much anything. This ship has a top SCM speed of 215 with a 450 forward boost and a 210 backwards boost, with a nav speed of 1,150. So it's not the fastest ship out there, but it's definitely not slow by any means. This actually matches some fighters, like the new Mirai Guardian coming out. This actually matches that in the speed department. And then if you look at the maneuverability, a 35-35-70 pitch yaw roll, which is also not the worst given the size of the ship. It's not a really small fighter. It's not a Carrack-sized ship, but it is a good medium-sized ship. And with that maneuverability being kind of low, it's almost on par with the Mirai Guardian QI, which is interesting. The roll, not so much, but the pitch and yaw, pretty much similar. And so that's something to consider there, that this ship does have pretty good maneuverability and great speed in comparison to ships that it could potentially run into and have a problem with. Now, you also are sitting with 60 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 3 SCU of quantum fuel, so a pretty good amount of fuel. I'm actually surprised the hydrogen fuel isn't more. 60 seems quite low for a luxury explorer ship like this, so maybe that's something they can look into the future. Now, once we get into the interior, I'll talk about what cargo you can carry, but there's also one last thing about this ship, which is kind of cool. You can carry separately from your cargo grid and that, hangar in the back, a X1 bike or a small, hover bike of some sort at the front of the ship if you were to go ahead and drop down the garage at the front. So as you can see right now on screen, I just pressed the button at the landing gear and you can see it comes on down, and this is where you would situate a X1 bike or potentially something else that can fit here as well, like a Pulse. Pretty cool. That's a really nice little feature, having this additional garage here where you can still, store a multitude of things, including potentially even, some not so legal things. So pretty cool. I really do like that. So now from there, we're going to go ahead and hop on board this ship and take a look at what you got going on the inside. So like I said, last time we went into this ship, there was a lot of graphical bugs and concerns. So let's see if things have gotten better with kind of them going through ships and adding fire extinguishers as well as relay panels. So first thing you're going to notice is you can go ahead and turn right around and see that you have a nice looking gravity generator right here, rolling around. Pretty cool. It's actually, I always love these things. They're just pretty cool. And then right behind that, you can see the X1 garage. That's a really nice little feature there. You can see if someone's stowing away on your ship. Next to that, you do have your weapons locker right on here, and you have 3 suit lockers for you and your crew. A good amount of weapons locker space, pretty nice. If you have this door open, though, it's kind of hard to get to, so definitely don't open this door until you're ready to get out. Right here is a UEE certified docking collar, so if you go ahead and open that up, it is considered another entry point to this ship, but typically only when you're in EVA as of right now, because it doesn't connect to a station via this docking collar yet. Now, you can go ahead and move on forward in this ship here. This is the primary engineering deck right here to your left. You have a nice cool room here contained, and this is where you'd have one of your fire extinguishers as well as some of the components in this ship. This ship does have its full components and gold standard pass. The lighting needs a little work, but so far, graphical issues aren't too bad. I really only seen maybe just a lighting issue and that, whatever that was. Maybe an alien creature. And then if you turn around, you have a little bit more engineering right here. You can go ahead and open up all these doors. Pretty nice. You got access to a lot of this here. I have yet to find the relay station on this ship, so as of right now, it's missing in action, and you don't have to worry about changing out a relay. So pretty nice like that. Another fire extinguisher as well as your elevator and your ladder to get to the second deck. This is a 2-deck ship, so yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. A little bit more components on the inside of the garage area or hangar area. You have a jump drive there, and you have more over there, as well as 4 escape pods. And then right here you can place a small vehicle. You used to be able to put a ROC on this ship, but they lowered the back suspension after first they lifted it to see how the ROC would fit, and then they're like, this is not really what we want for this ship, and then they lowered the suspension again. So can't fit the ROC due to elevation issues, but you can fit quite a few other little ships in here, or not ships, but ground vehicles, and then you could also fit up to 42 SCU of cargo. Not a very big amount, if you ask me, in comparison to other ships. But again, you're buying this ship not for cargo hauling per se, even though you can. You're buying this ship for luxury exploration. So that 42 SCU of cargo is more or less just something to have on board to keep you alive. Food, drink, all sorts of different things like that, which is pretty nice. Once you go up that elevator, to your left, you have all of your living quarter situation, and to your right, you have the cockpit. So if you were to go ahead and open this door here, you have your primary pilot seat and your co-pilot seat, as well as a gunner seat here. So pretty good, pretty nice cockpit. It has a really nice view out this window. Almost feels MISC, but they don't have a massive dash in this one, so it allows you to see just a little bit better. Now, if we go ahead and make our way towards the back of the ship here, the first room to your right is the glorious and unmistakable bathroom of Origin. They don't have a working screen in here yet, but someday they'll probably put in the new video camera mirrors or video feeds. Now, you do have a nice little place to hang up some clothes right here, and then right behind you, if you go ahead and hit all these buttons, you can pretty much pull out all of the... Let me out of here. Let me out. All the toiletry and everything. I don't want to be in here with this stuff, though. You know how it is. Toilets, they're kind of death trap. Well, they used to be death traps. Not anymore. They don't typically, suck you into the void, so that's good. Now, if we move on, you do have the captain's quarters to the right. This is where, of course, the captain, you, the owner of the ship, will go ahead and sit down and make rest with a nice little locker here for your clothes. Right here is a storage access point. Go ahead and click the button underneath the bed. And then to the left, you can operate this desk as well, opening up these drawers, which is pretty neat, but quite useless as of right now. Maybe in the future it'd be something cool, but... Oh, and look at this. A very weirdly placed fire extinguisher on the floor. Nothing better than saying, where's the fire extinguisher? Oh crap, I stubbed my toe. Now, if you move through here, you have another crew area for the, of course, co-pilot and the gunner. Again, storage underneath and a very awkward spotted fire extinguisher. This ship has plenty of fire extinguishers, no relay panel to be found yet. Now, if you move to the back, this does have a nice seating area for anybody you have on board, as well as a cartography table, a view out this nice back window that almost looks like the front window, and a little remote turret right there. The other one's on the bottom. Pretty cool. It's a great view, honestly. I would love to be on this ship in real life if I had the chance to explore in something like this. I really enjoy it. A nice little eating area, kitchen here. Go ahead and sink, wash off your hands, grab some wine. This is nice. Can't access it right now. Oh, that's killer. Might take a point off for that. I'm just kidding. But otherwise, you got the knives magnetized here, one loose, just for some fun while we're flying. So, this ship is all about the luxury feel. It is a great little ship if you want that feel, if you want the Origin feel without having to get into an 890 jump or a 600i. This is a good little size, and it allows you to do quite a bit. You can go out there and do packages. You can do some minor cargo. You can do some bounties. Not a crazy amount, but you definitely can. Only having 2 size 4s, not the biggest amount of firepower in comparison to some other ships. But then again, if you were to compare it to something like the Mercury Star Runner, then you are leaps and bounds ahead of that. So definitely good there. Honestly, this ship for me feels like an 8 out of 10, and that's just due to the firepower being somewhat lacking at this tier or class size of ship, as well as the cargo and vehicle space. I'd say cargo-wise, I wish it could carry a little bit more, like maybe having that in there be a grid as well if you're not carrying a vehicle, allowing you to store at least another, 10 to 15 SCU. I don't know if that room's really big enough for what I just said, but, adding as much grid as possible to the areas that are garage or hangar types would be nice. Honestly, this ship, if it could carry a bit more, would also be really cool. So again, it is an 8 out of 10 for me. Otherwise, this ship is fantastic, and not everybody will agree with my score. Totally okay, it's just my opinion, but based off of everything I've come through with this ship, it's a great ship. It's just, there's ships that can do some things better. So if you're looking for the luxury, here's where you are. Enjoy. Let me know, what do you think of the 400i? Down in the comments below, is this ship something you like? Do you have this ship? Do you plan on buying this ship? let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to my channel members. You guys are all amazing. I'm super excited for the Guardian. I'll be reviewing that ship here really soon as it is about to hit live with 4.0. Thank you guys again for watching. You're all the best. See you guys in the next one.